Spooky, what you after there? Come on, get down off the fence. Walk with Papa, okay? Yeah, we're going over and check the tire planters. See if they need water this evening. It's been a really hot day. 92 in the shade. Is that why you're in the shade too? I don't blame you, little buddy. Come on with Papa, okay? Ooh, it has been hot. Oh, well, hello there, friend and family. Yeah, it's been a while since we saw you again. And as you might have figured, we just sort of been resting up. Like I told you, last week we got our first hormone therapy shot. And they said it would be rather fatiguing. Well, they didn't lie. It really has been. And I've been having to adjust to it. And it seems like with every day, we get a little bit more energetic, and that's a good thing. But yeah, it's been really hot here in the deep south. Not that it hasn't been hot before, but like always, we're so good and happy to see you. And we're glad you could stop by. But since I'm out here looking at what little bit I got planted, I got a little bit more than I had last week. And I'll show it to you. If you want to, you can walk along. Cleo, is that you? Yep, that's you, Cleo. You gonna get Papa's feet? Come on. No? You wanna be cute kitty? You're my queen, aren't you? You Papa's queen. Queen of the yard and queen of my heart. Come on, let's go check the plants. Okay? Yeah, you know Cleo, she's got to be on my feet. Trying to keep me from going anywhere. Yeah, no, I mean, we've got our collards over here. They're looking okay. Most of them have grown quite a bit. But we're having a problem, as you can see. You can see we got some damaged leaves from some insects. And what I've been finding on them, and I just found some before y'all stopped by. Yep, we got army worms again. And I just crushed a few before I seen you all pull up in the driveway. They were right over here on this back one. Right in there. So yeah, just like every year, we got insect pressure. They were really looking nice and healthy. And army worms, even though they were quite small, they hadn't even grown up, they can eat a lot overnight. Because I checked them yesterday, didn't have a one. Checked them this morning, didn't see any. Well, I guess they hatched between this morning and this evening and started to eat my plants away. But for now, they've all went to army worm heaven. Haven't they, Cleo? And we got our peppers growing. And we'll show you something here. Well, that is if Cleo will allow us to. And you can see on the leaves, there's some browning. Well, and you can see some Cleo right here. Yep, Cleo's being a camera hog again today. But this is my little lunchbox pepper. And right down in there, you can see 1, 2, there's 3 down there. But the problem being is these brown areas on the leaves. And you might think, well, that's disease, or it could be sun scald or sunburn. And that's possible, but I know what it is. Yep, Monday, which this is now Thursday, evening, I mixed up some water-soluble fertilizer. And I wasn't paying attention. And what I was supposed to do is put 1 teaspoon per gallon. And I put a tablespoon. And then I watered the plants. And one way to get the most bang for your buck with a water-soluble fertilizer is to foliar feed them. Which means you actually either drip or spray the soluble fertilizer right on the plant. And that's exactly what I did. I've done it for years and years. But not paying attention and mixing it 3 times stronger than I should have, it burned the leaves. But they'll grow out of that. Yeah, they look a little bit worse for wear right now, but I do notice the new growth is coming out and it looks like it's going to be just fine. But on my bell peppers, you can see right there, we got 1, 2, we got a third one right over there. And there are some more blossoms coming along too. So yeah, they're surviving the heat, which has been in the low 90s each and every day. And we're having the water in the mornings for sure. I try to water somewhere around 9 and 10 right before the extreme heat sets in. So they got plenty of moisture. And this one here gets 2 gallons in the morning. And this one here, the collards, gets 2 gallons more. And of course, Spooky and Cleo, they help too. Don't you, Cleo? Yeah, like always, she's got to clean up. So yeah, pay attention to your directions if you're using water-soluble fertilizer, and make sure you know what you're doing before you pour it on your plants. But they'll be fine. As you can see, more blossoms are coming on our red lunchbox pepper. Ooh, I sure do enjoy them. They're a snack-sized pepper. And I'm already starting to get ahead on bells. Already got 3. So I've almost paid for the plants. We'll just have to see just how many we can get off of each plant. But we got to get the yard mowed. And that's the next thing we're going to start tackling. Like I say, my energy level is starting to come up. I've been trying to eat as healthy as I can. Tomatoes, lettuce, all those kinds of things. Corn, peas, meat. Yeah, trying to mix it up. Let me show you what I did in my other bed. It ain't much. Well, hello, little Speedy. How's my little princess today? You fine? Yes, you are. You Papa's girl. You Papa girl. Ooh, black cats in the south. You know they're hot. Come on, Speedy. Let's show them the other bed and tell them what we got. Now what we got over here in what I call the south side garden bed is we got 5 collard plants. There's 1 right there, 1 there, 3 more down yonder way. These were leftovers from planting out the tire planters. And you can see what's getting them right here. You see that right there? Yep, caterpillar. AKA army worm. And he's got to go. So cover your ears and close your eyes. Because he just went to the caterpillar heaven in the sky. And he wasn't there this morning. But now he is. And you got to check each one. Because they're sneaky little boogers. They'll get on the back side of the leaves. And they really like to get down in the crowns. Right in here. In this very new growth. And they'll snuggle up. So make sure you check down there too. Because if I had left him on this plant overnight, he would have decimated it by morning. He was already getting fat. But yep, we got 5 collards over here that we stuck in, last Thursday. So they've been in a whole week. And I had bought them way back on, what was it, May the 1st? Yeah, they've been hanging out a while. And then we got a Sweet 100 cherry tomato right here that we also put in last week. And right there is a tomato. It was the first one of this year. See it right there? Ever so tiny. And you can see more blossoms coming on. And this one's starting to perk up and look fine for only being in the ground a week. It was rather quite root bound. And that's my own fault. But then up here, now this one looks a little ragged because we had a deer come by. And while it was in its little 3-inch pot, the deer decided to munch on it, try it out. So I had to give it a little bit of a trim, a little bit of a haircut, because it had some bare stems on it with all the leaves ate off. So I trimmed it on up, stuck it in the ground, and it's starting to take on off and looks mighty fine. Now I'm thinking it'll do just right. But 2 days ago, I had one more tomato plant left from those ones I bought back in the 1st of May, and it was a better boy too. And it's right here, and it's looking awful sad. And I just put this one in the ground. Oh, what was it, Tuesday? So it's been in the ground 2 days. And it too had some diseased leaves. It was very root bound in its little 3-inch pot. But I went ahead and said, hey, let's give it a try. Went ahead and stuck it in the ground with some of that there Expert Gardener organic vegetable and tomato plant food. Put a little bit of elemental sulfur in. Got the bag right here. Well, this is an empty bag. I'm using it for trash. Yep, it's from Miss Poma, organic soil acidifier. Because the pH in this bed is running about 7.5 too. And it's got a little tomato on it, right there. I really should clip it off and let it put all of its energy into the plant. But I just hate to. And you can see it's wilted. That's because the roots are still suffering from transplant shock. Because I had to untangle them and trim them up so they wouldn't keep growing around in a circle. Because if you let your roots circle, they'll continue to do that when you put them in the ground. So even though you don't want to break the roots or give them a trim, you're way better off in the long run if you go ahead and do that instead of sticking them in the ground as they are. But yeah, will she make it or will she not? We'll just have to see. It won't be no big loss. I got a backup plan in case she passes on. So yeah, I did a little bit of planting this past week. I've still got some more to go. But with the heat being what it is, and me being what I am, at the point I come out, do what I can, and when I've had enough, I head her on in. I sort of do like they used to do way back in El Mexico. I take a siesta during the heat of the day. If something else ain't going on, it needs my attention. And that too has been something that we've had quite a lot of this past week. But hopefully it's getting less. Family situation's getting better. So I'm hoping soon life will return back to normal. Let's stop in and take a look at these blueberries. You see, they're just starting to ripen. We've been picking, a couple of handfuls every morning. There's not a lot on there ripe. But we get a handful or two every morning to enjoy with our breakfast, whatever we're having. And it makes life a little bit better and everything more right. Ooh, we got to get in here and clean them up once we get these berries off. You're staying right there with me, ain't you, buddy? You are. That's my little Spooky. Well, that's my big Spooky. You the big boy? You the big boy? You the big boy? Yes, you are. They're always with me. And that too makes life better. As you know. Lead the way, Spooky. Come on, Speedy. that sun, even this time of day, is rather warm, isn't it, guys? Yeah, I know. It's getting time for food time, poon time, isn't it? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll head her on in and fix y'all's up, okay? Y'all gonna hang out here on the front porch? Where's Cleo? Come on, Cleo. You're bringing up the rear. There's all three of my yard panthers, always at my side. So y'all, just wanted to check in with you, give you a little update, how I'm doing. We're hanging on in there, getting better every day. And show you what we had going on. I know it ain't much, but with each day you do a little bit more. You take another step forward, and you get on down the path of life. So as always, to I, the kitty crew, and old little Gracie, the princess of the house, sometimes Heathcliff and Fluffy Muffin, see you on the next video. Y'all take care. Stay safe. May God bless you all, as you bless those in your life. Goodbye for now. Woo, guys. I don't know how you lay in that sun. It's still warm. Speedy, you're all tuckered out. Just walking from the car. Yeah, Spooky, it's about time you cleaned up. We've talked about that. You're supposed to do it off camera. You know, before we do video. Cleo, you getting a snack? I mentioned food time, so you figured you'd fill up before I bring out the wet chow. Oh, okay. Well, they always got plenty to eat. Woo! Let's head her on in. I'm going to enjoy a little air conditioning and get your food made. Later, all.